Is the 9/11 incident really a conspiracy directed and acted by the old United States? Note that there are several doubts in the whole incident. First of all, some people doubt that the wreckage of the plane can't be found in the ruins of the World Trade Center. How did it disappear? Check out this photo of the 2014 corruption war, which is the wreckage of the fighter jet. At that time, aluminum alloy was the main material for aircraft manufacturing, which was used to manufacture fuselage, wings and other structural components. But LV will melt at about 600 degrees, so the main parts of the aircraft. They were all burned in the fire, and the aircraft landing gear fuselage and engine fragments were found near the building, so this doubt can be ruled out. The second question is that Dasha falls vertically, very similar to fixed-point blasting. Let's have an in-depth understanding of the physical principle of collapse. The Twin Towers adopt a steel structure design, in which the core structure carries the gravity load of the building. When the hijacked plane crashes into the building, the outer layer and core steel columns are destroyed, and the leaked aviation fuel burns violently. As a result, the temperature rises sharply, the steel columns are burned, and at the same time, the concrete floor slab goes off the line. Under the action of gravity, the collision area forms a depression. This is the real image at that time. It can be clearly seen that the depression has formed the depression of the outer steel column, which has a catastrophic impact on the building. Just like this experiment, once there is a small dent in the crown, it immediately collapses. Similarly, in the World Trade Center, the steel columns at home and abroad also bent and couldn't bear the load, resulting in the vertical collapse of the upper building. If we observe carefully, when we are far away from the collision area, the influence of temperature on the core steel column gradually decreases, which also means that the strength of the steel structure that has not been softened by high temperature in these areas is stronger than that in the collision area. As we have seen before, the deformation of the outer steel columns, coupled with the fact that the core steel columns have been burned, they can no longer bear the load. As the upper part of Dasha began to fall idle, the momentum and mass of the collapse kept increasing, and the whole building column fell vertically, as if it had been blasted from the middle fixed point. So, this doubt makes sense after scientific explanation. The third doubt is that the Twin Towers collapsed in 9 seconds and 11 seconds, which was too fast. So what's going on? In fact, this time refers to the time when the building collapses at the speed of free fall. In fact, no one knows exactly the time it took for the collapse and the time it started. It is clear, but the time it ended is not clear. The whole area is covered with heavy dust, so 9 seconds and 11 seconds. Where did it come from? This comes from the life of NICE. According to NICE, the time when the first pieces of the 9-second time reading reached the ground. And they got this time through seismic analysis. If you look at the location of buildings 1 and 2 of the World Trade Center now, you can see 2 memorial pools, officially called reflection pools. The size of the pool reflects the size and grandeur of the tower at that time, and also symbolizes the forever disappearance of the building that once stood here.